I'm putting this video together to give you a brief rundown of how to join the 501st Legion. The 501st is an all-volunteer costuming group that was founded in 1997 in South Carolina. Since then, it has expanded to all 50 states and over 50 countries worldwide. While the 501st is not a part of Lucasfilms or Disney, they are the go-to group for screen-accurate appearances. If you've ever seen a Star Wars villain on TV, the news, a sporting event, for example, they're almost always guaranteed to be members of the 501st Legion. The mission of the 501st is to promote interest in Star Wars, facilitate the use of costumes, and to contribute to charities and assist with fundraising. To join the 501st, the first resource is to go to the 501st.com website. Read the news, look around the site, and look at all the great things that the group does. Next, you can browse to the Costuming tab. On the Costuming tab, you can pick the Costume Reference Library, also referred to as the CRL. Here you'll find what is called detachments. This is a way of organizing the characters in the costumes. All right, so let's assume you've chosen a costume. You can now look over the costume's appearance. Look at the general requirements, scroll down to the bottom, scroll around. Just look at all the requirements for the costume. This gives you kind of a general idea of what's required. As you scroll down towards the bottom, you could look at the optional items for the costume. Next, I recommend that you find the online form for the detachment you have chosen. If you go back to the Costuming tab and go down to Resources, it'll pull up all the detachments. For the Stormtrooper costumes, for example, you can go to www.whitearmor.net, or you can do that by clicking here. Register to use the website, and you can now scroll through the various threads, such as build threads, where to buy pieces and parts, where to get help, and get a better understanding of time, effort, and what the cost will be for your costume. Many 501st members assemble their own costumes. The build threads will help you see what's involved with the build. Also, it's important to note that not only must the costume be screen accurate and follow the CRL, but it must also fit you properly. Okay, so you've picked a costume, looked over a few threads, and now you know what you're in for. So let's find your local garrison. The 501st is broken up into garrisons. On the main page of the 501st website is a map. Let's pick our country and pick our state. I'm just going to pick Alabama because it's the first one on the list. Here you'll see the officers of the 501st for your area. It also lists all the members and their costumes. The first person you want to contact is the GML. This stands for the Garrison Member Liaison. This is the person who can help you with more information, let you know about upcoming events, and maybe refer you to other members who may be able to help you assemble your costume. At times, members will have what's called an armor party, where several 501st members get together to help others with costume assembly, tips, tricks, and things like that. So let's assume you found your garrison, you've assembled your costume, and you think you're ready to join the Empire. The GML will point you to an online application form that will get the ball rolling on the 501st website. After that, your GML is going to request numerous photos of the costume, various poses showing all the details of the costume. All of these are examined, and the GML will eventually send you back comments, and possibly some of the photos will have markups showing items that need to be corrected. Once this is done and you have satisfied the costuming requirements, they'll issue you an approval, and you'll be assigned your unique member ID number. During your application process, you're going to provide 5 ID numbers for your operating number, and the one that's available is the one that they'll grant you. And then after that, you can start trooping with the 501st, making people happy and raising money for charity.